And Dangote Refinery is going up to commence production after several delays since it was commissioned in May 2023. The group executive of Dangote Refinery, Deva Kumar Edwin, disclosed that the facility will begin refining diesel and jet fuel next month, while petrol will commence by November. Mr. Edwin added that the refinery would receive its first crude cargo in 2 weeks and will begin producing up to 370,000 barrels per day of diesel and jet fuel in October. It noted that the Nigerian oil will be purchased in US dollars and not naira because it is a free trade zone on the outskirts of Lagos. However, the NNPCL will supply some crude at knockdown prices due to its equity stake. We're joined tonight by Bello Tukor, an oil and gas consultant, joins us for better understanding of this development. One welcome to you, Bello. Thanks for joining us on the news.
Oh, thanks, Gbenga. Thanks for having me.
Now, Bello, the Dangote Refinery is gearing up to commence production after several delays since it was commissioned in May of 2023. What impact will the commencement have on the removal of fuel subsidy?
Well, we are not going to see an immediate impact because the refinery will, first of all, start up very slowly. As you mentioned, would produce some gas oil and jet fuel, which will probably be the specification for the country, and also some fuel oil. It's going to take the refinery a bit of time to actually start producing gasoline, which is PMS, the major petroleum product that is consumed in the country. As you're aware, 69% of all our vehicles as well as generator sets are consuming PMS, so which is the major product in high demand. But in the short term, Nigeria will still continue to import petroleum products. In the month of September alone, it is projected that the NNPC is going to import about 900,000 tons of PMS to ensure that they sustain supply as we come into the high demand season.
Now, Bello, the announcement that the facility will be selling petrol to Nigerians in dollars come to you as a surprise. And what are the likely impacts of this decision?
Well, crude oil, as you know, is priced in dollars. The fact that the refinery is situated in a free trade zone, some of the crude as well is going to be sourced from other producers around the world. So the refinery is actually designed to process different blends of crude. Of course, the Nigerian blend is going to be one of those blends that will be in the mix. However, once the refinery, in the long term, when the refinery is in full production, there's a likelihood that it will be exporting a lot of ultra low sulfur diesel, which is in high demand, mostly in Europe. So the refinery is expected to change the Atlantic market because as it stands, a lot of gasoline comes from the United States. A lot of gasoline comes from Europe to the United States, and a lot of gas oil from United States into Europe. And Nigeria is also a major importer of gasoline, and we have to compete with the Americans as regards to demand of gasoline into our own country. So yes, in terms of where it's positioned, its capacity is definitely going to have an effect on the global market.
Now, before I let you go, Bello, the coming online of the Dangote Refinery has been described as a game changer. What does Nigeria, the federal government does have some stake in this refinery, the largest refinery of its kind in Africa. Now, what do ordinary Nigerians think stand to gain, and Nigeria as a whole, from the commencement of refining at the Dangote Refinery, and how does it help our oil and gas industry and the economy as a whole?
Well, it's going to make Nigeria a net exporter of petroleum products, which hasn't happened in many years due to non-functional refineries that we have in Kaduna, Port Harcourt, and Warri. So, adding another capacity of 650,000 barrels per day definitely is going to have a huge impact. However, as regards to the local market, with the current removal of subsidy and increase in the price of petroleum products, the refinery is going to actually supply some of that petroleum products. It will reduce the amount of petrol that we're going to import. That is expected. However, if there is no subsidies and Nigerians have to buy petroleum products at international prices, then that would not have any impact on the price of gasoline and diesel, unless, of course, the government decides to reintroduce subsidy.
Thank you very much for your time and insights, Bello Tukor. We do appreciate.
Thank you.